Alright, let's dive into this story because it's not just about a beauty pageant, it's about legacy, purpose, and redefining what it means to be a modern woman. So, Dr. Danielle Adewusi is aiming to win Miss Universe Nigeria, just like her mom did 35 years ago. But here's the thing, this isn't some following in mom's footsteps cliché. What makes this really interesting is how Danielle is using this platform to challenge the idea that you have to choose between your passions. Personally, I think this is where the story gets fascinating. She's a medical doctor, a model, a public speaker, and now a pageant contestant, not because she wants a crown, but because she sees it as a way to amplify her work in women's health advocacy. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a powerful statement about how traditional roles can be reimagined. One thing that immediately stands out is her approach to legacy. Instead of feeling pressured by her mom's success, Danielle talks about trusting God's plan and focusing on her purpose. In my opinion, this is a refreshing take on legacy. It's not about living up to someone else's achievements but about aligning with your own calling. What many people don't realize is how rare this mindset is, especially in high-stakes environments like pageantry. She's not just competing, she's continuing a mission. Now, let's talk about her mom's influence. Danielle doesn't mention specific pageant tips from her mom, which is actually kind of brilliant. Instead, she talks about being raised to be confident, unapologetic, and unique. This raises a deeper question: what if the best preparation for success isn't technical training but a mindset? Her mom didn't teach her how to win a pageant, she taught her how to carry herself with grace and integrity. A detail I find fascinating is how Danielle's height, something she could have seen as a flaw, was reframed as an advantage. This isn't just about pageantry, it's about how we perceive our own strengths. What this really suggests is that Danielle's journey is about more than a title. She's using Miss Universe Nigeria as a platform to tackle women's health issues, particularly education and access to healthcare. From my perspective, this is where her medical background and advocacy collide in the most meaningful way. She's not just talking about change, she's creating systems through her foundation, Scrub The Stigma. What makes this stand out is how she's addressing the root cause, lack of education, which, in my opinion, is often overlooked in conversations about women's health. Here's where it gets even more compelling: Danielle's ability to balance multiple roles. She's a doctor, an advocate, a pageant contestant, and a classically trained musician. Personally, I think this is a testament to her discipline and creativity. But what's really interesting is how she frames self-care as a priority, not an afterthought. In a world that glorifies burnout, this is a powerful message. She's not just chasing success, she's sustaining it. If you ask me, the most inspiring part of her story is her long-term vision. She's not stopping at Miss Universe Nigeria. She wants to be a global champion for women's health, shaping policies and conversations. What this really suggests is that her journey isn't just about her, it's about creating a legacy that outlives her. And that, my friends, is what makes this story so much more than a pageant. So, here's my closing thought: Danielle's story challenges us to rethink how we pursue our passions. Do we have to choose one path, or can we weave them together? Personally, I think her journey is a reminder that the most impactful lives are often the ones that defy categorization. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.